I've been lying to myself and everybody else, and have you been lying to yourself as well? This video is just covering off where I found I had some very limiting beliefs about my back pain quite some time ago. When I first launched this business in 2019 as a self-employed Pilates instructor to help people with back pain like me, and left my career to do this instead, I created a video, and I'm going to show you a couple of clips from that video in a second. But a couple of the stories I told myself in this video were completely wrong, and I thought at the time that it was amazing. 27, I had the MRI scan, and it turned out my lower back S1L5 was in a condition of a 50-year-old manual labourer, which isn't good news at 27. Worse and worse and worse, to the point where at 28, in 29, I was having to sit down to put my boxer shorts on some days. Sneezing was a real problem. I'd go into panic mode, I'd have to brace myself, and that sort of thing. 30 was looming. I genuinely believed I'd have a blue badge. Within a year of doing this, at 31 and a bit, I went back to playing rugby. I got back to deadlifts, I got back to squats, having not been able to do those things for almost 5 years. I went back to being able to do these. Now, I'm not going to ever be able to do heavy deads, heavy squats like I used to, because I still have a problem with my back. But the point is, I can do these to a moderate weight, probably up to about 120 deads, 120 squats, which is the maximum I'm ever going to do. So yeah, in that video, I'm talking about squatting and deadlifting about 120 kilos. And at the point of making that video, my back was like really, really good. I was getting the odd flare up, but it was really manageable. And I was lifting weights, deadlifting, squatting, and doing things that I was pretty much advised not to do by everybody that I spoke to. And I was really chuffed with the progress I've made to be hitting like 120 kilo squat and deadlift at the time for a good few reps as well. But in that video, I'm totally lying to myself, and I've got a very limiting belief that that's really all I should do because of having an actual issue with my back still, even though it feels okay. So probably a little update on that is now I'm squatting close to 160 kilos, like 5 sets of 5 on my 5x5 training, and my deadlifts are currently about 162.5 kilos 5x5, and I'm still on the upward of those lifts. I plan to get them at least to sort of double body weight if I can. I'm a little more limited on my deadlifts, I feel, because I just didn't do it for so long and I have got that back issue, but I'm not going to put down a limiting belief that I won't go beyond that because of the back issues that I've had, because I've already blown what I previously believed out of the water. And there are other things I can now do with my body that I couldn't do in my early 20s, like I used to struggle with box jumps, and I can clear quite comfortably a 1.2 meter box jump now, as one of the mobility and power generating exercises that I do quite regularly. Also, the positions I can get myself into can seem a little bit extreme for somebody with a back pain, and it's just completely blown my beliefs out of the water how much I've progressed over the last few years. When I'm almost 40, I have this back in very poor condition from like the age of 25. And interestingly, lifting these heavier weights now, I've had less flare-ups of back pain than when I was lifting much lighter weights. Even when I was doing good form, not lifting so heavy, probably being a little bit more cautious, I am having less flare-ups and less problems than even then. Pilates has been the absolute linchpin to changing my life and enabling me to do the things I love again, lift weights again, play sport again, and generally get through life without fear of being written off with back pain. And then applying what I've learned from that to weight training. This has all pushed things on beyond that limiting belief that I had. So at some point, I'd recommend to anybody, even if you've been, I didn't say if you've been advised not to by a medical professional. If you have, you should probably take their advice. But I was advised never to deadlift again when I was 27. I'm now nearly 39. And I'm deadlifting, squatting, and I'm having less flare-ups and less pain than ever. So I do recommend, if you've got bad pain, that your ultimate goal will be to lift weights again and patiently, progressively increase the load. And a lot of the lessons that you'll learn from Pilates in terms of using control of your body, using your core and things like that are going to help you on that journey. So if you are somebody that used to weight train and doesn't anymore because of back problems, then I'd strongly recommend you get stuck into Pilates, build up your core strength, build up your mobility, improve your finer motor skills, and then apply that to weight training at a very low level and just gradually increase the intensity. For me, this has been absolutely life-changing, and I'm still moving forwards despite those very limiting beliefs and the lies that I was telling myself and everybody else in that video. Hopefully if you are struggling, this has inspired you to do something about it. Only you can be the person to actually start to do something about it. You can see all the physios in the world, all the osteopaths and chiropractors and everybody else, but they're going to make the 10-15% difference to what's going on. The 85%, 90% of the difference you're going to make is down to you and what you do with yourself on a daily basis. Also addressing things like sleep, stress management, hydration, good nutrition, and exercise, as well as keeping active throughout the day, even if you've got a sedentary job, career. If you can address all of those things and get the confidence to start moving properly again, and then start to get stronger and stronger, then you're never going to look back. But you need to be the one to start to do these things. No one's going to do it for you. Hopefully that is helpful. Please get in touch with me if I can help you at all. My details are below. Please feel free to shout. I'm more than happy to talk. Thanks very much for watching.